Oh my god. What is happening? Oh my god. Guys? What is happening? We are in grand finals. Game number 1. Well, he's not quite cannon rushing. It is Walt in the bottom left side, but nothing in his main. It is the man from Team Liquid who's having the run of his life. It is Team Liquid's MaNa. And MaNa has built an entire Coconut Games city in the natural of MaxPax, who is now gonna scout all around his low ground to figure out what on earth is happening. In the top right side, guys, it is the Prince of Denmark, the one and only MaxPax. I have to flip the names. This is unbelievable. The probe snuck in and has built not 1, not 2, but 3 gateways. And he hasn't known it yet. Is he recording a YouTube video? He's gonna go for the pylon. And MaxPax is gonna be like, WTF? And the Zealot is out of position. Oh my god, is this working? Is this working? I can't believe it. I was cutting off the tech because the tech was bothering me. The gateway is unpowered. It is 1 Zealot. MaxPax has to pull probes in. No, he's not. He's gonna try to defend in his main, but I think this adept will never come out if he tries to defend in the main. I think MaNa has it. I think MaNa has game 1. It's insane. But is a shield battery. Shield battery is obviously very good. Is gonna heal this pylon for quite a bit, but 3 Zealots have mad DPS. It is probes, it's a Zealot. The Zealot on the side of MaxPax is still in there. That Stargate is now up. The batteries are definitely doing their thing. But MaNa also has a Stalkers. Not 1, not 2, but soon 4. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. An absolute genius play. How has he done it? How has he done it? MaxPax has 4 batteries, but no pylon powering the Stargate. 1 Zealot is the army of MaxPax. Well, this is gonna go straight to YouTube, baby. And if there's ever a YouTube video that I'll click on very, very quick, it's this one. I cannot believe it. As I was cutting off the tech of my brand new Christmas hoodie, MaxPax snuck a probe into the natural. Excuse me, MaNa snuck a probe into the natural of MaxPax. Let's take another look at the very beginning of this game. Just to make sure that you guys know exactly how we got here. This is insane. So MaNa grabs one of his very first workers, immediately sends it to the other side of the map. MaxPax is setting up camera hotkeys. Builds his pylon. Mines minerals. Goes back. And this probe avoids the pylon. The pylon does not have vision of the core. Oh, that's the timing. The timing is beautiful. What a guy. Oh my. MaNa is on fire. Unbelievable. 1-0 lead for MaNa. But it is a best of 5, and even if he wins the best of 5, he needs to win the best of 3 as well. But that is unbelievable. I love it. D-Brain is asking what is happening with my voice. Well, I've been live for 11 hours and 6 minutes. And I have covered. I was going to keep track, but I haven't quite kept track of it. But I would approximately say, I think I've casted like 45 games of Starcraft today. And that's a lot of yapping, that's a lot of talking. And eventually you're going to hear that. So tomorrow is probably going to be a good old day of, I have to do Masters Colosseum. But as soon as Masters Colosseum is over, I'm going to shut the F up for the rest of the day and let my voice recover. I can talk for a long time, but obviously 40 plus games of Starcraft in a day, yeah, that's something you're going to feel. I mean, Husky literally retired because he made 1 YouTube video every 2 weeks and he said it was bad for his voice. I did 45 games in a day. So, you know, I'm going to sound a little different at the end of a day like this. That's just kind of the way that it works, man.
You're such a cool unit. The coolest unit in the game, if you ask me.
Round 2, fight!
But I'm still going to do my best, even if I sound a bit different at the end of a very long day. Bottom left side, he is down. 0-1. Absolutely megalomania, I know that. That was a lot more shouting there. I only shout when I'm actually excited, but still. I think we can all agree that 11 hours is a long time. In the bottom left side, guys, representing Storm Gaming, it's the Prince of Denmark. He's down 0-1. It's MaxPax. Probably still the favorite for this Grand Finals. But he's down 0-1 against the man who has made him sweat more than once today. And has taken the 1-0 lead with an absolutely brilliant strategy in game 1. Representing Team Liquid, the manager, it is MaNa. I'm just smiling, and at this point my cheeks are gonna hurt because I'm smiling so much. If MaNa wins this, I don't want to say it's the highlight of 2024, but how fucking cool would it be if MaNa wins this tournament? I'd be so happy for him. We'll double that bonus. $50 becomes $100. Write it down, Pi. What a man. What a gamer. MaxPax has his traditional 1-gate fast expand setup. He is gonna go for it. MaNa already has a 3rd gateway coming online in his main. There's a chance that this is just a very old school, old-fashioned 4-gate. I mean, MaNa has been bringing out the Wings of Liberty tactics all day, every day. Even if he doesn't win it, this is, I think, a very memorable run already for MaNa. This is like one of these things that even after his very long gaming career, and yes, he has won big, prestigious offline events, and he has won big prize money, I think this is just one of these days that's gonna make him happy as a gamer. I'm sure it was very exhausting for him, but I think he will look back at this run and be like, man, that was fun. And I played some good games. Whether he wins or loses this Grand Finals, I think that's how he's going to look at this. It is the old-fashioned 4-gate. MaxPax is adept, does find it. Oracle of Max activates spells, kills an adept. Now it is 4 gates against 1 gate fast expand void race. No shield battery overcharge, but obviously a lot of regular batteries. Oracle's flying into the main. MaNa has to respect it. Knows that he has to respect it. Leaves 2 stalkers behind. Gets a couple of real shots up. Gets another one. One more. This is big. Because the closer you get to killing this Oracle, the more likely it is that you kill it later on. And the less likely it is that MaxPax is going to be very adventurous with it. Alex says, I don't think Max ever loses this. Well, the straight up 4-gate hits pretty hard and quick. Honestly, I kind of like it for MaNa right now. At this point, I kind of like it for MaNa. MaNa is going to be decisive. He gets in there immediately. He kills the first stalker. He kills the second stalker. Loses 1. Starts killing a couple probes. Oracle of Max on the other side of the map. Activates Stasis Trappy. MaNa goes for the Stasis Trappy. Kills it. Oracle flies away. I think MaNa's got it. Well, got it is a big word, but I like... this is not good. Unless all the stalkers escape. Okay, he only loses 1 sentry there. That's not too bad. Now he loses a stalker, and he's not quite that... He's not that close to killing the Void Ray, but he will still have another very powerful wave. Obviously, there's no shield battery overcharge. Losing 4 stalkers is painful, but MaNa will still have a powerful wave, and that powerful wave is now. A lot of the batteries are drained in the front. Batteries in the back have energy. MaxPax is very low on units, but the Void Ray Micro is impeccable as always. MaNa needs more than what he's getting so far. Another Stasis Trap does get denied. MaNa needs more and he knows it. There are 6 shield batteries in the natural. At this point, basically what MaNa needs is enough stalkers to almost one-shot a Void Ray, if not 2-shot. Activate Pulsar Beam. MaxPax's Void Ray Micro is so good. Maybe MaNa can find an opening. So far, MaNa loses a stalker, doesn't get it. By the way, this right here is a prime example of a game that I think MaxPax would lose on the NA server against a lot of Protoss players around this level. But on Europe, he can just micro his units to perfection. The force fields go down. MaNa finally gets 1 void, gets the adept, loses a couple units in the process. Another sentry gets warped in. MaxPax can indeed... Did he just kill his own unit there, guys? Did MaNa just fire at one of his own units? Thank you, AIM, for gifting a subby to Nikita. MaNa does get a kill, gets a lot of shots off, gets a couple probes. But he needs the big dude. Oh, he misshot. He shot at the Nexus. I mean, we already had one Nexus surviving on 1 HP earlier today. It's gonna be hard to kill this Nexus when there are this many freaking shield batteries. The Void Ray count is 4, the Stalker count is 12. MaNa is just trying to get as many shots off as possible. The force fields obviously really mess up his micro. MaxPax is enjoying a 10 worker lead. Big stasis trap apparently went down in the main. MaNa brought over the Stalkers. Big stasis trappy in the main. The probes are not mining on the side of the man from Team Liquid. They're taking that 1-0 lead. MaxPax is starting to look very good here, but it's obviously still scary. Activates prismatic alignment on all 4 Void Rays, but it's the correct call because look at how many units he quickly killed there. Wow, and he even trapped the Adepts. What? Okay, they're not quite trapped. For a second there, I thought they were trapped on both sides, but still. Another sick hold. MaxPax does. MaxPax stinks. A game that I legitimately believe that MaxPax could end up losing on the NA server because he can get way less value out of the Void Rays. It's way harder to move them back and forth. But on Europe, his micro is so good. So freaking good. I know, Pogo. I think in the past, I've said that that Void Rays can be very silly units with little micro potential. MaxPax has definitely proved that statement incorrect. It turns out that you can get crazy micro potential out of Void Rays. If your name is MaxPax and you do this 3000 PvPs in a row, you can get really good at it. It was indeed so good. I kind of liked how it was going for MaNa. Probably more than that, Nikita, yeah. 3000 lowballing, you know, I'm trying to play it safe, but MaxPax is a grinder. All tied up in the grand finals. It's been such a fun day. Fun day with a lot of excitement over Starcraft. I'm obviously very happy about all the love and support that you guys gave me. But what makes me even happier is just to see a lot of people enjoy Starcraft. It is that simple. We had over 90 people sign up for this tournament. It's been a little while that we had like 90 players playing an online tourney. A lot of people participating in the chat throughout the day. It's been incredibly fun. So I'm already very happy. But obviously at this point, I want more.
Round 3. Fight.
Here we go. On Talisman. This is the map, guys. With the little worker path. Workers can go over these minerals. They can just get in. Top right side of Talisman. We're looking at the main base of Storm Gaming's very own MaxPax. Clem did not play because Clem was not at home. Clem said he was away from home and he came home tonight at 10 p.m. So he couldn't make it and he said he was sad about it. He would have liked to play. But yeah, unfortunately was not home. Bottom left side of Talisman, we are looking at, I think, the star of this tournament today. A lot of players provided great entertainment, but honestly, this man exceeded all expectations. Representing Team Liquid, it is MaNa. Phoenix Zealot, very good against Robo, eh, Nikita? I've had plebs fight me over that, but Roddy, when you're facing MaxPax, you know he will go Stargate into one Oracle. What do you do? So, it obviously is different what I would do compared to what other Protoss players would do. Because I know that a little lead is not good enough for me. If I get a little lead, he will still beat me because he's way better than me. Which doesn't really apply to top tier pros. So my only way of beating MaxPax with the current skills that I have and the skills that he has is by making it look like I'm doing A, but do a completely different thing. So will it work? Probably not, because if it would work, he would lose a whole lot more. But my only chance would be that I make it seem like I'm all inning and hope that he builds a Robo, and then I play Phoenix and I can play Phoenix against Robo. But it's obviously very unlikely that there's anything that I can do right now to beat MaxPax. Because if there is anything that I could do to beat him, pros would do it. It is just not that simple. MaNa is opening up with the 3 gateways over here. Make it 4. It's a straight up 4 gate. Again, similar to game 2, but this map, guys, is a map with a ramp leading into the natural. But MaNa believes in it. MaNa says, I'm gonna play it different, I'm gonna play it decisive, I'm gonna be mega aggressive, and I'm gonna try to make it count. And the fact that MaxPax went Oracle here before Void Ray might be a good thing. That's a lot of damage already on the Stalker, though. I don't like that for MaNa. Because I kind of feel that his Stalker is stuck, and his Stalker will he's gonna recall, but I think he still loses it, no? Oh my god, he does still lose it. That's sad. So the idea is kind of cute there, where he pulls units away, and he recalls 2 Stalkers to then deal with the Oracle, but he loses one of the Stalkers. That's very painful. The Neo batteries are so tanky. They're so tanky. MaNa loses another Stalker. He does get the battery, guys, but I am not a believer in this one. Now, obviously, we only have 1 Stalker at home, because the other one that got recalled did not make it in time. The Stalker count is pretty healthy. Now the single shield battery is up. Can you go for the pylon? Can you go for the pylon? He goes for the Void Ray. Gets the Stalker. I mean, to be honest, MaxPax very low on units right now. 1 Void, 1 Oracle. That's a lot of Stalkers in the main. They're deep in the main. Energy recharge got used on the sentry there. MaxPax completely evacuates the main base. MaNa is starting to really turn this into something. You could maybe get the pylons in the main. That's actually kind of good too, right? That might supply block in MaxPax eventually. But MaNa is now DJ Khaled, suffering from success. He has killed so many probes that MaxPax is not quite supply block. Interesting. Walks down the ramp, but he gets force fielded. I don't think that was the play. He does have Stalkers, maybe helping. I don't like walking down the ramp. I don't like walking down the ramp. If this was maybe one of these unique scenarios. Oh, the stasis trap goes up as well against a single Stalker. Can he get the kill? No, he doesn't get the kill. Like, I actually think this was a moment where he can just kill the main with all those units, and he's kind of fine, right? Now all of his probes are stuck. No income. He builds a Robo. Interesting. But I think... does he have recall? Is recall done yet? Yeah, we have to recall, no? Up 3 workers. Might be able to kill the Oracle here. Does not kill the Oracle. Nah. I mean, obviously MaxPax was definitely hurting economically, and he even had to rebuild the gases in the natural because the only gases he had were in the main, and he couldn't use those anymore. It's odd. I just feel like it takes all a little bit too long right now for MaNa, but you know, maybe it's not that bad. Might be able to make some Warp Prism Micro happen over here. Get everything into the main base. MaxPax moving out is a little bit crazy to me. MaxPax feels that moving out is the play, and to be fair, a lot of units are not here for MaNa, so this might be a brilliant play. Oh my god, MaxPax is a genius. But there are still 4 Stalkers and 2 Sentries, but now everything is on power, but there is still 1 more probe. That was a wild move. No, I think Stasis, that was the play. I think initially, MaNa will look back at this as well and be like, man, walking down this ramp was a mistake. Just kill the 2 pylons, kill the main base, recall out. You can build your own Stargate. You can build a Twilight Council. You can expand. I definitely think that was the play, but hey, that's in the past. He hasn't made that play. He went down the ramp, lost 3 units, and here we are. This is a lot of sentries, by the way. Sentries do good damage. Sentries are tanky, but yeah, 4 Void Ray is also good. And MaxPax obviously was not born last night. Already has a shield battery in the main. A probe on patrol. No, MaNa, please. Not again. Not again. Ay, caramba. Well, that doesn't help. MaNa is gonna start working on the Stargate. I think there's a shield battery in range, maybe multiple shield batteries. Don't really believe in this, guys. I wanna believe. Oh, MaNa. It looked bad, then it looked great. And then unfortunately, it kinda backfired. Guardian shield is definitely nice. And the sentry DPS is legit kind of solid. And I think MaNa is going to be able to get that Stargate, but at the cost of taking a lot of damage on all these units. Does finally get it. Oh, okay, drops a couple force fields, gets a few of the sentry, saves his own sentry. And now MaxPax is going to start building Immortals. Is, of course, still 2 bases for Max, only 1 base for MaNa. There's only 1 sentry and not enough energy right now to keep all these units out. So MaNa is just kind of walking up the ramp. The Void Ray is honestly kind of low on HP. MaNa? Guys, why does MaNa always make me a believer? Only 1 pylon powering the robo, guys. Is there a will? Is there a will? He kills the robo. Stargate dead. A robo dead. MaNa warps in more units. He's in the natural of MaxPax. Kills the pylon. He's gonna kill the Cybercore. It's a bunch of shield batteries, but that is it. MaxPax again has lost 13 probes. Void Rays have prismatic alignment, and I think MaNa is just going to wait until prismatic alignment runs out. MaxPax has a whole bunch of gateways finishing up. That is a big moment. I think MaNa needs to fight before the warp ins are ready. And that Cybercore is still alive. So MaxPax warps in his own sentries. It's gonna be so hard. Oh, I'm so worried about that Warp Prism. Please don't lose that Warp Prism, man. These games have been nuts today. These games have been absolutely crazy. 67 supply against 67 supply. Is it MaNa or MaxPax? MaNa loses a Stalker, almost loses a second. I've seen this movie before, and a whole bunch of dramatic shit happens, and in the end, MaxPax wins. And that is the original. But maybe this version is different. Now I'm starting to believe that MaxPax has it again. I really believe that for MaNa for a split second. It looked damn good. And he's gonna kill the Cybercore now, but yeah, that's obviously a little bit late. And MaxPax has so many sentries. Does end up losing a lot of probes. MaNa has something in the main base. What is it? Slow Zealots? How the hell did they get up there? Lord knows how they got up there, but they did. But he loses all his units. It's so painful. Now he hits us with the recall. And now the Void Ray skill everything. A whole bunch of crazy stuff happens, and in the end, MaxPax wins. MaNa can expo now. MaNa's dead, mate. I think MaNa is kind of dead. He's down 4 workers. He's going to lose the only tech he has. He's going to lose a pile and a gate. I'll be dead honest with you. MaNa's dead. Well, he's got an observer. It has been a great game. And oh, how would this have gone if MaNa did not walk those stalkers down the ramp? MaxPax is ridiculous. In this 12-minute game, guys, MaxPax lost 41 probes. As the fast expender, he has lost 41 probes. And he's still going to win. MaxPax is about to meet MaNa, his absolute final Hail Mary. But unlike the Chicago Bears, this one is not going to end up in the end zone. This one will get caught by one of the defenders of the Commanders. And this one is not going to go MaNa's way. MaxPax is going to take the 2-1 lead in the final Big Brain Bouts Open of the year. And is 1 map away from winning it all. MaNa is playing so well, and he's gotten so ridiculously close to victory. And of course there should always be close moments when it's like a one base all in against a fast expander, but this has not been like, oh, regular close, you know, the one base guy might do it. No, this has been omega close. Right at the finish line. Why didn't MaNa expand? Towards the end it was completely pointless, it was dead. And before that he felt that he didn't do enough. There was one scenario, one moment where MaNa could have expanded. And that is where MaNa was in the main base. MaxPax basically gave up on the main. He said, have it, it's yours, I can't do anything about it. But MaNa walked down the ramp. The moment that MaNa walked down the ramp, lost 3 Stalkers, he couldn't kill the main anymore. At that point you cannot expand because you're too far behind. But if he kills the main, recalls all the units, builds the Twilight and then expands, that is absolutely the play. I do agree with that. But that's the only moment where I think he could have expanded. Outside of that, there was no moment to expand. Unless he would have done it in the very beginning when MaxPax did it. But what happens then is that you end up playing Stargate against Stargate. And then it's Phoenix against Phoenix. And MaxPax is ridiculously good in Phoenix against Phoenix. So what you can do then is you will go double gate Twilight, he goes Stargate, but then you're playing Blink versus Oracle Blink and you're also behind. And that's why a lot of people one base all in MaxPax.
Round 4. Fight.
One map away from being victorious and being crowned the Big Brain Bouts, the Basilisk End of the Year Open Special Champion, the Prince of Denmark. When he signed up, he got rewarded seat number 1. Because Spy said, if that Liquid Club guy ain't here, this is my number 1. And he's living up to that hype. Representing Psystorm, it is MaxPax. Bottom left side of Amygdala. My hero of the day. And boy oh boy does he have. Did he entertain the masses? And did he entertain me? I've absolutely enjoyed watching his games, calling his games. And hopefully he's got a little more old school magic for us. One last time in the grand finals. Representing Team Liquid, it is the manager. I don't know actually, Pi. I did not talk about his seeding with that. I guess it would be okay because in his mind he was gonna play off race anyway, and I guess he expected you to know that he was gonna play off race, and he'd be fine. An IA? Like an IPA? Is MaxPax a beer? No, I don't think he's a beer. Wow, MaNa just got first blood. Last time I checked, guys, MaxPax is not an IPA. He's more of a lager guy, I believe. Losing the probe, by the way, is like one of these little things that's actually a big deal. Because MaxPax works with limited vision. Because he goes for a 1-gate fast expand. And every unit he has out on the map is incredibly important to him. So losing it this early means that he lost vision of the main for a bit. And now there are certain things that he can normally exclude from his options that he doesn't have to worry about as expander. That he now still needs to worry about. MaxPax is an alcoholic. He does not strike me as one though. I'd also be very surprised if he finds time to drink with the amount of Starcraft that he plays. And I know that some of the pros said that MaxPax slowed down a little and he plays a tiny bit less than he once upon a time did, but that kid still plays a lot. I can actually, this will be an interesting moment to look at MaxPax's vision. MaxPax opens up Oracle. He used energy recharge on the Oracle to give it a crazy amount of energy. He can't quite win that fight. Flies over a pylon, sees the probe, kills the probe. That means no gateway here for MaNa. Oh, that's annoying. MaNa needs to send out another probe right now. MaNa is cornering the Oracle. What do you think, MaxPax opener prefer to stalk roll in? I think if MaxPax... Ooh, MaNa snipes the Oracle. That is big. Nothing to worry about at home anymore. If MaxPax would have known this is Blink Stalkers, I think he drops a Robo, like ASAP. One Void Ray into a Robo. But he doesn't know. I think at this point he's obviously thinking about it, because he's like, if it's a regular 4-gate, he would have already been here. So he's obviously dotting his I's and crossing his T's, but then the other way around. But I think at this point it's too late for him to do anything different. I'm gonna say something that a lot of people have said when people have been aggressive against MaNa in the past, against MaxPax, and that is that I like it for the aggressor. I really like it for MaNa. He blinks forward, he snipes the Void, he snipes the Stalker, and it works. This time, it works. Killing the Oracle, and it all goes back, guys, to killing the probe. Killing the probe is so big, because it makes MaxPax having to worry about more things than he normally has to worry about. MaNa sends us to Game 5. And it will be played on one of the brand new maps as well. Star Child. I think I played on. This is not the one with the worker path. It's a different one. Game 5. It's so funny how a little thing like losing a probe, it's obviously always annoying. Nobody is looking for that. But there are so many scenarios where it's just not that big of a deal, because you've already seen what you need to see. But that's not the way that PvP works for MaxPax. It is so important to keep that probe alive. And the moment he loses that, it makes it more difficult for him. And he basically finds himself in the position that everybody else finds themselves in when they try to play like MaxPax. And that is that you have limited vision. You know aggression is coming, but you don't know what aggression it is. And what makes MaxPax different is that he pretty much always seems to figure out what it is rather quickly. But you're losing that one probe. One scouting probe changes everything. And that means that we are all tied up in the grand finals. If MaNa wins, we have more Starcraft, guys. There will be a best of 3. If MaxPax wins this map, it is all over. What a tourney it has been. Can we get a little bit of love? Final bit of love to Basilisk. Exclamation mark Basilisk in the chat. Without them, guys, I could not have run this tournament. They put up the prize money. We gave out some bonuses because people have been sweet to me. And if people are sweet to me, I like to be sweet to others. So we'll give out some bonuses. MaNa got a bonus. We'll give out a few more. We'll settle it. First, the final round.
Final round. Fight!
Top right side, guys. One map away from crowning himself the champ. He's still the favorite. He's always the favorite. Representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. In the bottom left side, what a legendary run. Towards the very end of 2024. Not only did he go all the way to the grand finals, but he's making it an epic one. And it could have already been his. But we're still in Game 5, and that's already so impressive. Making the finals is impressive. Awesome stuff coming out of our veteran. I love it. It is Team Liquid's MaNa. Is MaxPax from Denmark? Yes, he is. That's why we call him the Danish Protoss and not the Dutch Protoss. Denmark and the Netherlands are not the same place. It is important to clarify that once in a while. Danish and Dutch. It's close, but it's not the same. MaxPax goes double gas a Stargate of one, but this is different. This is actually different, guys. MaxPax is, I want to say, respecting the aggression of MaNa and the skills of MaNa in all that aggression. So I feel like he's going for quick attack. More gas bind early, very quick tech. Slightly later expand. I think MaNa is gonna use that robo only for a war prism. I think it is just like obviously not an immortal, it's just a straight prism. Prism Stalker. Can the adepts sneak in? No. The adepts cannot sneak in. MaxPax, his OG scouting probe gets picked off. MaxPax does not know yet about the proxy. Oh, the adapts actually get in. Is that on purpose? I guess everything that MaxPax does is on purpose. Because he had the Oracle there and he was going to activate Pulsar Beam. And MaNa knows that it was on purpose. So he lets it go. 2 Stalkers, no shield battery in the main base to deal with that Oracle. That's the Oracle. Spot the Prism. The Oracle's awfully close, but it does not find the War Prism. Drops the Revelation and spots the 2 Stalkers. Here we go. Again. Buckle up and enjoy the ride for potentially one last time today. Or will there be more? MaxPax is building his shield battery in the main, but it's not quite there yet. And MaNa unloads everything in the main. If MaNa kills this battery before it's done, it's big. I think you commit to this battery. If you're MaNa right now, you commit on this battery. Oh, that's massive. And now he's going to work on the pylon. Can he prevent the second Void Ray from coming out? Yes, he can. Is it the manager? I mean, that's a lot of probes. That's dangerous. Oracle takes damage. Oracle lives. So far, good micro on the side of MaxPax. But MaxPax has so little production. And at this point, actually has very little income too. That one Zealot has put in some work. The micro has been great on the side of Max. But MaxPax needs units. He has repowered his Stargate. MaxPax wants the Prism. MaxPax gets the Prism. And now there is a Void Ray and a battery. 2 more Stalkers coming in from the low ground. 1 more Void Ray comes out. What is MaNa gonna go for? Oh, MaNa goes for a bit of everything. But if you go for a bit of everything, it is not good enough. MaxPax holds again. How does he do it? It looked so good for MaNa. For a split second, it looked so good for MaNa. But I think MaNa indeed blundered a tiny bit in the micro. MaxPax, per usual, did everything right. Saves the Oracle for such a long time. It's still alive. Saves the Void Ray for such a long time. And I think MaNa just kind of panicked a tiny bit. The probes were massive. It was a great hold. That started so good for MaNa. You get the battery in the main. You unpower the Stargate. Oh, MaNa. I feel like there have been 4 or 5 games today that MaNa did not win, and he was so close to winning. He does get the Oracle. Don't forget that MaxPax did lose a lot of mining time there. Obviously at this point he's mining more, but he lost production time, he lost mining time. I'm not saying that it looks good for MaNa, because it doesn't. But maybe there is a tiny bit of hope. Hey boys, is Rainer out? Well, this is the grand finals, so yeah. And it's potentially the very last game of the grand finals. If MaxPax wins, it is all over. I mean, the Void Ray count is a whole lot higher right now. MaNa needs all the Stalkers. Will Max go for the War Prism? MaNa goes quickly for 1 Void Ray, but he doesn't get it. The force fields are so good on the side of Max. Max goes for the Prism, and that is it, guys. That is all C-Road for our final Friday of the year 2024. That is all C-Road for the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts Open End of the Year Special. And it goes to the number 1 seed. That is Storm Gaming's MaxPax. But it is safe to say that he absolutely had to work for it. A really fun finals. I loved it. Great run by MaNa. Really fun games. So many close moments. I think MaNa will definitely be kicking himself a little bit, because this could have gone his way, right? Game 3 could have gone his way. Game 5, I think, started off in an absolutely masterful manner, but that is going to do it. I'll send MaxPax a little message. He is champ. Make sure to DM me your PayPal on Discord. Oh, tell MaNa as well. Fantastic run, mate. GG's.